welcome to the Wonderland Effect. I'm your podcast host, Miley, and today I have a very special guest with me. Do you want to give it a little introduction, let them know who you are?
TK, Terrance Keith, man. Happy to be here.
So, I kind of want, obviously, to go into your whole music career because that's pretty big, like from where I'm standing.
Thank you.
You do have quite a bit of people that you've collabed with in the recent years. So, of course, I had to get you on the show, which is
I appreciate
thank you for being here, 1,000%.
You're welcome.
So, I want to take it from the beginning. Obviously, give me a little rundown of what inspired you to begin with music.
For sure. I think starting out, I was like 10 when I wrote my first little rhymes or whatever. I was in foster care, right? So it was like a house full of people, you know what I'm saying? And one of my brothers, he used to do music. Like he used to make beats, he used to rap, sing, hella talented. His name is Radio 3000. Shout out to my brother Radio. But he used to make beats like late at night. Everybody else would be asleep, but I'd just be like up, you know what I'm saying? Kind of listening to the music and shit. And then I just started writing to one of the beats that he made one time. Like I used to just hear it through the wall, you know what I'm saying? It used to keep me up. And then one day I just found my way in there, you know what I'm saying, with my little rhyme, you feel me? Just rapped the shit to him. He thought I was clean. And that's how it started, for real. I always give the credit to my brother for that, starting me with music, because that's literally like how it started. And I was never like a big talker, you know what I'm saying? So people was hella surprised when I started rapping. But it's easier to communicate to me, like
Through
rapping.
music.
Yeah, like through music as opposed to just like talking. Like, I don't know.
How do you feel when you're making music? Like, what does it give you?
It feel good, like therapeutic, like people say. It's probably cliche, but it is though for me, like, cause like I said, I don't be like just talking enough. Like people that know me know I'm like the cool, calm, quiet nigga for real. So it really like helped me get my feelings out. You know what I'm saying? Like some therapeutic shit. So it feel good, like especially when you think of something in your head, you create it, and it come out
life.
the way you know what I'm saying, the way you
So
envisioned
cool.
it. That's like real dope. Like I think in any field, I think that's dope. Like to have a vision and execute it. And
It really is.
and
Like,
it's what you thought it was. You know what I mean? What you wanted it to
yeah,
be.
it's amazing. Like, you could go from having an idea to you physically seeing it or
Right.
hearing it, and
Right.
where did that idea come from? Things like that. An idea can snowball into reality
Right.
real quick.
Right. And then music, you get to hear people say your shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's crazy. I get deep into it sometimes, but I
Yeah.
think that's crazy how you could come up with an idea, or you could say how you feeling, and then you can have people who never met you before,
Relate
you know what I'm
to
saying,
it.
relate to it and remember it and say it back to you at a show or shit like that. I think that's crazy.
That's so surreal. So,
Yeah.
speaking of shows, like, you've had quite a few shows. So
Yeah.
how does it feel when you're on stage?
It feel dope, man. I remember one of my first shows was at the Milk Bar in the city, and I choked, right, but the music fucked up, like the DJ fucked up or something. So like you really couldn't tell that I messed up or that I was like, you know what I'm saying, kind of shook. 'Cause like I said, I've been like a cool, calm nigga. I never wanted to be like loud or in front of the spotlight or anything like that. So the first time, it was crazy. And I fucked up, but you couldn't tell. So I think that was God. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yeah.
it was packed. It was hella people. And, I got through it. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, after that, it's easy now. Like,
It's nothing.
I look forward to it now. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Because I
so
get shit off
cool.
my chest. Stress reliever type shit. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which makes it easier for you to do. Like,
Yeah.
that's how you know it's a passion. Like,
Straight up.
when you know that you can connect with it on that level.
Right.
So how would you describe your music style?
Man, I think it's hella versatile. Like,
It is, because you, like, I've seen throughout the years, things that you've collabed on, things that
Yeah.
you've posted, and your style is not, I can't pinpoint you to like one person and be like, you sound like this person or you sound like that person, because you sound like you.
Thank you.
That's as pure as I can say. Like,
Yeah.
and I love that you stayed so pure to yourself. Like, that's so beautiful to me.
I
That's so
appreciate
beautiful.
that. Like, I really, it's a conscious effort. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really not, I mean, it's not hard to be yourself, but you know what I'm saying, do what you want to do, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't do that.
Yeah.
So a lot of people make music that a lot like everybody's making. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I can do that. That's what I'm saying. I'm versatile. Like sometimes I feel like making a song that everybody has made, and then sometimes I feel like making a different song that probably nobody could
Yeah.
do but me, because it's you know, that true to myself. So
I think my favorite thing that you did was the play on your name, Keith Like Sweat. That is so cool to me. Like when I
That's
saw
so
it, I
funny.
said, "Wow, that's so clever!" Like, who thinks of this?
That's
Like
hella funny.
nobody. I would have never thought of that, but that was so clever for you to
Thank you.
use it. You know, especially in promotion. Like
Yeah.
that was so cool to see you do that. That was probably like my favorite moment where you dropped it. I was like, "Oh,
I
that's
appreciate
kind
that.
of cool."
Yeah, because you know, my bad, not to cut you off,
Go
but
ahead.
you know that came from like when I say Terrance Keith, like people would like not understand what the Keith
Yes.
was, or maybe it's the way I say it or something. Like they would like be like, "What Keith?" You know what I'm saying? So that's where it came from, like Keith like Sweat, like
Yeah.
Keith Sweat. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to,
Play on it.
yeah.
It's a play on your name.
Originally, I was just trying to help somebody like understand what I was saying.
Yeah, because I still didn't know like even with you being here today,
Yeah.
I didn't know if you still went by TK or not,
Yeah, I
because you know like that's how I met you, was
Yeah.
as TK. So it's kind of like some people change, some people don't. So
Right,
that was really
right.
cool. Like a moment like that. That in itself was like, wow, you're still
Right.
the same person. You're still the same person.
Like, people don't know I've been like TK for so long. Like even some of my family called me TK,
Yeah.
and the K is from my middle name, but so many people actually think it's my last name because the way I've, you know what I'm saying, been. But yeah, I've been TK for hella long, and people that don't know me for real, they like say the whole thing, like Terrance Keith. But people who know me, like you said, for
Yeah.
hella long, I've
TK.
been TK, yeah, for forever.
So what has been your most memorable moment so far when it comes to music?
And that's tough.
You can think about it for a little bit.
Yeah, that's tough. Like, cause I don't take shit for granted. Like, almost everything is like big to me. Cause I would say probably yeah, I would say probably being in the lab and working with Mr. Fab is probably like,
That was pretty dope.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Cause
That was
niggas
pretty
grew up
dope.
on him and shit
Yes,
like
that
that.
was
Like,
dope as hell.
yeah, like coming from Oakland, you know what I'm saying? Even it's not even an Oakland thing. Like he's a legend to me. Like period. You
He's
know
a
what I'm
household
saying?
name.
Yeah, like
I don't think people realize how many people you've worked with that are household names.
bruh. I mean, he got he. You know what I'm saying? We talking like, uh, you know, writing. You know what I'm saying? Rapping. Like, yeah, Mr. Fab is really a legend. So, growing up on his music and shit, and then being able to like fast forward, working with him, like actually in the lab, like
Yeah.
not sending a song and like putting it together.
No, being with
feature,
him.
but like actually being there and watching him. And I was in the lab for hella long that day. And he a good ass person. Just to give you like a little rundown on it, like I came because I think I had my brother was going through something at the time. He was in the hospital, and I had seen Fab around the way or whatever, and I told him about it, and he was just like, come to the lab, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I came to the lab like with nothing, like I wasn't ready to do nothing at all. I was coming to be a fly on the wall, soak up some game, you know what I'm saying, holler, cause he, you know what I'm saying, as soon as I got there, he like, how you doing, how your brother doing, shit like that.
Yeah.
And then we ended up doing like a whole song. And then
That's
that
cool.
while I was there, I watched him like do hella songs like fast, like he freestyle like Lil Wayne or something, like he don't write.
Yeah, a lot of the
Yeah.
OGs in the business don't write. Like that's so crazy to me.
Everybody can't do it that
No.
good, but he was doing like meaningful songs,
Yes.
like without writing shit, like hooks and everything. I think that's crazy. Like I sat there for a while before we even talked about a song, just listening to at least 5 or 6, like no exaggeration, and quickly too. And then he just came out the booth and was like, "Yeah, so what you got for me?" I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I don't have shit, bro. But
I don't think
you
I would be
feel me?
ready.
Like I had to, you know what I'm saying? I had to come up with something, right? You feel me? So
Studio.
I'm like, yeah, I got something. He was like, yeah, email it. You know what I'm saying? To Karina. It was Karina at the time was on the boards and shit. He was like, email it. So I stepped outside and I made some calls. I had called Roots, who made the beat, and I was just telling him just to make sure he didn't send it to nobody or whatever. I'm like, bro, I'm in the lab with Fab right now, and you one of the beats that I, you know what I'm saying, just recently got. I'm about to give it to him. Is it good? Of course, he was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah.
I love him.
Yeah, he was like, hell yeah. So that's how that happened. And then he went in there, freestyle, verse. He even did the hook. And I'm not expecting none of this shit. So I'm just sitting there like, bro,
enjoying it and
yeah,
taking it
yeah,
in. Like,
wow. Straight up. But he always looking out. Like, I was just on a hyphy tour with him. You know what I'm saying? He gave me the mic. You know what I'm saying? Allowed me to perform on a hyphy tour. You talking about Keek the Sneak. You talking about Clyde Carson. You talking about something terrible. You talking about like,
that's so cool.
Real Bay legends that, you feel me, I grew up on.
Listening to, going down to.
Like, so I don't take that shit for granted.
Days.
You know? Yeah, like, I'm in there a fan. Like, I'm in, like, you know what I'm saying? That shit is
surreal.
So that got to be, like, you know what I'm saying? I know that's a long answer.
No, it's okay. I love that because you're so passionate when you're saying it. So I know that it's genuine. Like, what you're saying is for surely genuine.
For sure. Especially with him, like, can't nobody tell me shit about Fab because before music, like, you know, he used to have a store in the hood on 45th and Market. My mom stayed on 45th and Telegraph for like 10 years. So I used to walk up, you know what I'm saying, up 45th all the way to Market to his store just to chop it up, you know what I'm saying? Broke his shit at the time, so I wasn't really buying too much of nothing, but he'll like give a nigga a hat or some shit, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And then just to fast forward to working with him and like being a part, like, I talked to him not too long ago. He talking about doing some other shit. So it's just crazy to me. But I appreciate it. You feel me? Like, yeah.
That's so great. Like, that's amazing. Like, that would be my most memorable moment, too.
It gotta be, right? Cause
that would be crazy. Like, at that moment, like I say often, when you feel like, wow, this is my life, that's how you know, like, that's some real shit. Like, you're really doing something that you imagined or couldn't even imagine.
Like,
that's
like
crazy.
Not no shit like that.
Especially when you walk into rooms like that.
Yeah.
Like, you walk into rooms of people that are networking, still in the game, still making music, still that were a part of a culture that built a lot of the music today.
For real. And then, like, you know, it's crazy, like, me coming from Oakland, moving to Stockton. I had put a lot of people on to Bay Area artists and music and shit too.
I remember.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people knew like Mac Dre and E40 and shit like that, but as far as like other shit, like not a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, was on like NHT Boys. Like, shout out to my brother Chippers, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, like
things that we were going crazy to in high school.
Yeah.
That's wild. That is so wild to know, like, from where you were and here you are in this moment, and you have a great career. Like,
man, I got a lot of shit to do.
You do, but it's so far from where you know, from where I met you.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
not even from where you were, but from where I met you to where you are now. It's fucking amazing. Like,
appreciate it.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit like, maybe you're at that level and you don't really associate with, you know, people that you used to know. So it was pretty cool that you still supported like me or others, like Roots and stuff like that. Like, to see that, like, you hold on to that genuineness that you have. And I've ever since I met you, like, you've just been really genuine. So that's beautiful to see that.
Because I really tried to like not put people on because that sounds crazy, but like just like mention people in rooms that they may or may not have, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, I could have had used any beat, or I could have, you know what I'm saying? There was a couple beats in there, but you feel me? Roots, my nigga, I'ma call him, you know what I'm saying? Boom, like that. From the first time I seen you was doing a podcast, or you was doing anything like that, I'm like, oh, I'm finna be down. Like, however I could be a part of it, I'm gonna be down, because like I like seeing people you know what I'm saying, flourishing in anything that they do. If I know them, you know what I'm saying,
I love that.
I'm for sure gonna be down, because you know we end up supporting people we don't know.
The support is real.
So you know what I'm saying, you might as well fuck with somebody that you do know that's doing their thing too. It only makes sense.
Thank you. I do appreciate it. I'm gonna say it again and again and again.
I appreciate you.
So what's next for you?
Hold
on, sorry.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Hell, everything, like It's funny. I told her that I was gonna say something, but my daughter been talking about doing music, so
That's beautiful.
we've been putting together a song like me and her together. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited about that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm excited for that too.
Yeah. Plus, her and Black little modeling and shit that we starting
you know
to do.
what? She's beautiful. I definitely think modeling is gonna be fun for her.
Thank you.
It's definitely something. And plus, it's beautiful to see a younger Black woman, because she's a woman.
Yeah.
Go out there and pursue dreams. So no, she's a woman. Sorry, Dad. You totally got a woman now.
Yeah, that shit hurts. So I ain't gonna hear that shit. But yeah, I hear you though.
It's beautiful that she has that courage and that boldness to go out and do something, because a lot of women, I don't really like to go towards race, but a lot of Black women get scared and shy away from doing things. Like, even I have my moments where I'm in rooms with people that I never thought I'd be in rooms with, and I get a little bit, like timid when it comes to, me being who I am. Like, I'm a mixed racial woman, and a lot of the times I'm a lot curvier than some of the women, and a lot of women can be mean.
I feel bad for I'm not really. Yeah, I was just talking about really that. Like, females be like mean to each other, bro. I don't know what it is. It'd be like a lot of hating going on.
But I love when I meet beautiful women that encourage me to continue, outside of my scope of friends, because obviously my friends are gonna always support me. But it's nice when I can meet other women in different rooms and different aspects, and they're encouraging me to do the podcast or to be in front of the cameras, as I've been, because for the longest time, like, this in itself, or being in front of a camera, I was like, I don't know, because I don't know if I'll fit the look. So you're a girl dad in itself. That's a big responsibility. Like,
man, I don't take that shit lightly neither.
My dad doesn't either.
We can't, shout out to your dad. I respect any father out here that's like really a father. To the girl, I feel like, being a parent is important all the way around, but like,
it's different for girl dads.
The way I feel about a father being there for their daughter, I feel like it's a little different and a little more important, only because of the climate of today and like how women, you know what I'm saying, it's like, pushed to act, or, you know what I'm saying, carry themselves, you know what I'm saying.
It's not always the prettiest.
Not always, you know what I'm saying, and that's cool, you know what I'm saying. Whatever anybody want to do, that's up to them, but I just got like a different vision for my daughter in particular, and it's overall just being a good person, you know what I'm saying, and I want to make sure I'm instrumental in that, you know what I'm saying.
That's how, like, my dad is. A lot of people ask me where I get my work ethic from. It's from my dad. Like, that man ain't never took a day off. 24/7, every day of his life, he's working, making sure that I'm still good, we're still good, like, all of his daughters are good. So,
daughters. Shout out to him.
Yes. So
I'm trying to be one and done. So you know what I'm saying, that S on the daughters is scary to me. One is enough right there, man.
No, I think he's pretty proud of us though. Like,
gotta be.
He's like the type of dad who's like, do you see my babies? Like, he's the type of dad where if I send him a picture of me, like something that obviously is appropriate, and like if I model for something, he's like my biggest supporter. My dad is like, yes. And then my mom on the other side, she's like, no. Like, my mom and dad are completely like opposite. My mom supports in a different way. My dad is completely different. My dad is like, he likes when we go after our dreams. Yeah. And he supports our goals. Yeah. That is so pivotal for me, because in selecting a partner, I need that. You have to be as excited about what I'm doing as I am, or it's never going to work, because I don't have, you know how it is, you don't have time. I don't have open weekends where I could just go leisurely do things on a whim. Like, man, I live by calendars, and I want something. Yeah. And I'm going for it. Yeah. This is my life. And a lot of my partners haven't been able to understand that in the past.
Yeah. Nah, it's tough.
It's like balancing. So how do you balance your time?
Man, like you said, like for me, like if I don't have much to do, I kind of just want to be with my daughter for real. Like if am free. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be with her, and other than that, like everything else is like it's easy. I was kind of easy to balance, but the relationship shit is always tricky because you'll have like somebody like I had girls tripping on me because I tell them like, oh, I'm with my daughter this weekend. Like I can't.
See, I don't like that.
I don't like it either. Like that's the quickest way to lose me. Like don't. Yeah, like like she's gonna come before you. I don't know what to say, but you know what I'm saying.
If as a woman, like I've dated men who have kids, right, and I've always understood because I have such a big outlook on family.
Yeah.
If you date a man with a child, that is technically your child as well. Eventually, it's going to become your child. Right. So you have to be able to accept that child into your life as well. Like if you have an emergency where you need to go to your daughter, she needs to be on board with that. Like
right.
I understood that going into it. Now, a lot of women these days, they like to draw the line in the sand and try to make men pick and XYZ. I don't think that's right. Like, if you're not able to understand that a father has to be a father to his child and it's not yours, then you don't need to date that person. Like, it just saves a lot of heartache, a lot of time, and not only that, but me personally, if I was in that situation where I had a kid and somebody was trying to date me and they told me like, oh, or they had an attitude about me going to check on my child, you're probably going to get cussed out because it's my child. Yeah. I hate to say it, but the children are a lot more important than you.
A whole lot more important. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't. You shouldn't say shit about it. Like if I tell you, like if we had plans, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, something comes up where I gotta be with my daughter. I don't want you to say no. You feel me? Slick shit like crazy I'm a cat or this and that. You know what I'm saying? I think it's weird, and I don't like it. I'll just leave you alone. You know what I'm saying?
I would leave them alone too.
Yeah, I'll just leave you alone because that shit weird, bro.
Well, speaking of that, there's a whole current dating pool. I do want to hear what you think about this current dating pool.
Man, I'm probably be single for a minute, for a long time.
That I understand.
For a long time. Partly because I got like hella goals and shit I'm trying to accomplish. That shit kind of gets, I don't want to say gets in the way, like just completely, but
it does though.
Yeah, like especially if you don't have somebody like I figure like if I was to, and I think this is why it happens a lot like in the industry, like people dating people like in the industry because they understand
the scheduling.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you'll have a rapper dating another rapper because they both get it. You feel me? But
they can empathize with each other.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But otherwise it's kind of hard. They get in the way or they, you know what I'm saying? I even had a time where I almost missed out on a big opportunity because
somebody was tripping.
They was tripping and kind of threw me off my game, and I was like, I'm not going no more.
See, that's why I said, like, in a past podcast, I had to make it very apparent. Women like to bash men a lot of the times, and if you find a man that has a purpose, you have to understand what that comes with.
Right.
Having a purpose doesn't mean, like, you have a man that leisurely can come pick you up at the drop of a dime. It doesn't mean that you can throw a fit for petty shit. Now, it does mean that this person's going to have to work 24 hours a day, may not be there all the time, but you value each other enough.
Right.
And the problem with today's dating society is that people don't even get to know each other on that level before they take that step, get into a relationship.
Nah, for real. And then that, getting to know somebody takes time. You know what I'm saying? And,
that's why I said dating is different. Like, if people understood the meaning of dating, like, dating doesn't mean you have to go have sex. Dating means literally going to get to know this person, like building a bond on that level. If you decide to take it to the intimacy, that's your problem, or that's your prerogative. But that opens up the door for so many things.
Right.
And so many topics that I like to dwell into. And I focus obviously on women a lot because as a woman, like, I wanted to know about women and why the hell I functioned the way that I used to function or why I think that way. But I can guarantee you could probably relate when I say this. There's a lot of women out there so insecure with themselves that they don't understand how to be alone or how to be secure within themselves. Like, you can't be you personally. Like, from my outside looking in, you cannot afford to be with a woman that is insecure.
No, I cannot. I cannot. And I've been there before. You know what I'm saying? And it's not pretty.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I don't to keep it so solid with you. I don't go out as much as I could,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe that kind of, you know what I'm saying, hurts me or something. Because you know, to be in this shit, you kind of got to be outside a lot. And I don't really be outside as much as I could. But when I'm outside, I know a lot of people, and people know me. You know what I'm saying, whether they really know me or not. So I don't, like, most of the time, if I try to like bring somebody with me, like a girl with me or something, she might get like irritated or something because I'm.
Everybody's like, hey, what's up? How you doing?
Male or female.
Hugging you,
it's
like, oh my God, it's been so long. But that's the kind of man that they're signing up for.
Exactly.
Like, I just don't understand. Like, me being where I am right now, like, I had that moment where I realized, like, I can't just date anybody, bro. Like, I can't even. My time is so precious that I can't just waste time.
Yeah.
And also, it's like, to have somebody constantly question, like, what are you doing? Why are you here? Why do you have your hair done? Why do you have your makeup done? Because this is, like, I'm my own brand. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know how else to put it out there.
This shit
but
could hurt you. Like, just a quick story, right? I was in a relationship, and she just, like, it was a night before, or it was the night of a really big show, right? But I didn't know it was a big show at the time. It was, every show is the same to me.
Yeah.
That's how I approach it. But she start tripping for whatever reason, and usually it's not a good reason, but start tripping, have a whole episode, and I'm supposed to go perform. It's like, now I'm not even in the mood or the spirit, so I'm like, bro, I'm not going no more. And my partner, Jay Moore, he was like, bro, we was going, like, bro, you gotta go, bro. He was like, you never know who gonna be there, woo-woo. And that's how I approach every show. You never know who gonna be there. You never know what's gonna happen. Like, you gotta go. So I'm like, all right, bro. So he dragged me, like, almost literally all the way to the city. It was a show in the city. And mind you, I was not finna go. I was damn near late. I was not finna go. And I was already on the bill, you know what I'm saying? Flyers, whatever, all the shit. And I was really finna be like, fuck, I'm not going. And then I perform. And like I told you earlier, it's therapeutic for me. So I perform. Afterwards, I feel great. You know what I'm saying? I feel so much better. Rush. And then while we leaving the show, somebody was like, hey, TK. I turn around, and it's Sway. Like, Sway. He's also from Oakland, but he's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's bigger than that, you feel me? But he's also from Oakland, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, he stopped me, like, we walking out. Like, he stopped me. And he was like, man, what was that song you just did? I'm thinking he got me mixed up with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, because I didn't see him. Apparently, he was in there the whole time. I never saw him. So I'm thinking he talking about somebody else, but I'm playing it off. I'm like, oh, yeah, appreciate you. He was like, no, what's the name of the song you just did? That it had the sample on there with the woo-woo. I'm like, the only one I did with a sample was Speed of Light. He was like, Speed of Light. He was like, that motherfucker touched me. Whoa. And he was like, bruh, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. Like, tap in with me type shit. But I just say that to say I almost didn't go because of my relationship partner really had me in that mindset and had me in that energy of like, fuck every, you know what I'm saying? Like, people can take you there. That's why it's so important to be around people with positive energy and select who you date. Yeah, and like I said, my partner J Mar is the one that came and was like, bro, you tripping, bro? Like, we gotta go. It was hella shit going on at the time. I think my partner Lil E just got killed, and he got killed on my birthday. It was just a lot of shit going on, bro, and I was just damn near breaking down, like, bro, I'm not finna go. And my partner J Moore, niggas know I love that nigga to death. He was like, bro, we going, bro, you gotta go. And all that shit happened. But you need that kind of person. Yeah. My friends are like that. Yeah. Like, they ask me, so when you going back to your studio? Why you not going to this? Why you not going to that? And I'm like, I'm tired. You sleeping, you dead. Get up, let's go. Need people like that, bro. Hair and makeup, let's go. Get it done. Yeah. Get out of here. Like, people only see the aesthetically pleasing part of wherever you're at when it comes to an industry. I'm gonna just say it, in the entertainment industry, it's people only see the pretty. They don't see when you're exhausted. They don't see when you're emotionally drained. They don't see what it looks like when you have to unwind. They don't see when you have to deal with real life problems that go on in your life. They just see the pretty. Right. That's crazy because Like my brother Radio 3000, like I told you, he I was like maybe like 16. I was still in high school. He was going to LA. He was dropping an album, so he was going to Hollywood, and he like took me with him to show me how the shit really be. And he been signed before. He been all that shit, so I got to really experience what it's like, you know what I'm saying, in Hollywood and places like that. And it kind of prepared me for a lot of shit, like the fake shit, there's so much shit that
cloud
go
chasing.
Yeah, like you said, they only see the pretty. It's so much bullshit and other shit that go into it. You know what I'm saying? And I was able to see that young, so already knew what to expect. You know what I'm saying?
I think sometimes I wish I could go back to where my face wasn't plastered somewhere, like a little bit, because when you mentioned the fakeness and stuff like that, like that shit's real.
It's very real.
Or when people only know you when they want to know you because you're doing something that they want to do.
Yeah. You ever knew somebody like for hella long and then now you know them because you doing something? That shit crazy.
And it hurts, but it's the reality of it is people will ride the train when it benefits them. Yeah.
Even now, like I'm doing my thing, but you know it's a lot of artists that's like on a level that know me for real. They done told me I'm nice. I done work with them. They this and this and that. But you know what I'm saying? In order to really like fuck with me, or to like make it known or shit, it's like I feel like it's like another level. A nigga got to hit for that to be something, and that's just a part of the game. I had to learn that. You know what I'm saying? Or else, you know, a lot of people would take it personally. You can't take it personally. You just got to keep working.
Not in this industry. Not in anything entertainment-wise, you can't take nothing.
Yeah, because it's a whole bunch of bullshit you're going to run into.
Because people will criticize you. They will do whatever they want to do. But, like recently, when I was interviewed, I did tell somebody, like, that ridicule is not for me. It's for that person.
Right.
It's like, whatever you just said had something to do with you, not me. Because me is fine. I'm fine. Like
me is fine.
Like, I don't like
me is fine.
I'm fine. Like I don't need whatever negative energy you got going on with you. Like maybe you having a bad day and you just felt like you want to push that on me.
That's what
like,
it is.
It's cool. Like you sit behind a keyboard, it sounds real great, you know, when you're in my DM saying something or ridiculing me for something that you can't even try.
Right.
Which, okay, I'm so glad. Like, when somebody has something to say about a podcast or anything that I'm doing, I'm like, well, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
You see, obviously, you know how to do it better than me. So, show me.
Hell no.
Okay, so, if you could describe your dating history in 3 words, what would you describe it as? 3 words. Or less.
My dating history. Never a fucking again. No, I'm just playing. Oh no.
No words for it.
Yeah, just like to be continued.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, I like that.
That's 3 of them right
here. Right there.
That's the perfect ones. Cause.
So, what type of woman would be your ideal woman?
Just one that's a good person. Like that's so hard to come by, especially like a lot of the pretty females nowadays, they're not good people on the inside. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I know what you're saying.
They look pretty, but they're not like good people. So like I think first and foremost, I want them to be a good person. I want other females to feel like they're a good person too, and like different. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just weird, bro, these days. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, I mean, nobody that I'm going to deal with is ugly. But sometimes pretty people are ugly on the inside. And so that's hard to find. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? I would like that to be the case. Just a good person. You know what I'm saying? Loving and caring. You know what I'm saying? Got something going for herself. Understanding of what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Even contribute. You know what I'm saying? And I would like to contribute to what she got going on. Like, I'm very supportive, too. You know what I'm saying?
So, in that, when you're saying that, that woman would have to have something going for herself as
absolutely. Well. Yeah, absolutely. Because I did it the other way. And
I love that.
Cool, so.
I love that. Because we were just talking about that probably today. And one of the things I think men need to start stressing your girl gotta have something going for her, because you know what happens when a bored woman, idle hands, she'll be sitting there drawing whole castles and a whole story in her head about how you did a whole lot of shit you never even thought about.
I've been there, man, and it's crazy. It's like, and there's so much. And then, like you say, if somebody's pretty, like let's just be real, like in today's time, if you're pretty, you kind of already got like a good starting point.
Like you get whatever you want.
You got a good starting point to like doing something of today that could get you somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So if you just gonna be pretty and just not doing shit, then I don't know what you're doing.
But so many women are put in this position just for being pretty and young. Like, what could you say? This is today's society. Yeah. You got a 21-year-old not doing shit with themselves, but because they're a 10, they getting flown out and cashed out by blue checks and uplifted to the max, and you know.
And I'm with that, but you still gotta have something going for yourself.
They don't feel that is something. That is the something. Yeah, that has become the norm. That can't be the something. That has become the norm, and it has become the something.
Yeah, that can't be the something because it could stop at any time.
Yes, exactly. So eventually beauty fades.
Yeah, that's one thing I want to teach my daughter is having something going for yourself. Like, if you could marry a billionaire tomorrow. You could marry a billionaire tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
You still should have something going for yourself. I don't care what, if he taking care, if he doing this, doing that. It could stop at any time because it's not for you. You know what I'm saying? And the nigga worked hard to do what he doing, and he may not feel like you deserve anything. You know what I'm saying? So anything can happen.
That's the harsh reality.
So you gotta work for yourself. You gotta have something going on for yourself, no matter what, even if it's something small. Like, because at the end of the day, nobody's gonna care about you the way you need to care about you.
Yeah, it's a real fucked up society at this point. And
it's fucked up.
You got a group of women that are overly hyped and taken care of,
for sure,
and not willing to do any work. Like, they don't want to get anything done work wise. Like, they want to just be paid to be pretty, and I get it. Like, I definitely understand that concept. Could it be me? No. Even if I was dating somebody and they told me like, hey, quit your job, I'd quit my job and I'm still gonna podcast because this is what I want to do with the rest of my life. Like, I would love that. Like, let me just focus on my dreams and my goals, and I don't have to go to work. I love that. Right. That'd be beautiful.
And you're still doing something for yourself.
For myself, yes.
That's the most important thing.
And a lot of women, like you said, they don't really have too much going on. Either they're scared to do it or don't want to do it. Yeah. One of them is happening. Right. I met a younger woman recently, and she was just like, I feel like you're a big sister kind of thing to me. And I'm like, oh yeah, definitely. If you want advice about something, just let me know. 9 times out of 10, I went through something similar to whatever you may be going through. And I love that part. But when it comes to dating wise, one of my favorite quotes, and I don't know exactly who said it, but for you to want a husband, are you the type of wife that you need to be?
Right.
Like, that has never left me.
Yeah.
Are you the type of woman that deserves a husband?
Right.
You want this, but are you the type of woman to get that?
Right.
That's the question.
Yeah.
And if you're not, are you going to become that woman?
Yeah.
So I say it all the time. I am becoming the woman that would attract the type of man that I want.
That's dope. Now you liable to get
what I want.
A great,
what I want.
A great young man.
It's sure. Less of a stress when I know what I want and how I'm going to go about it. Whereas, like, if I'm out here just obsessing over getting a man, period, because that's also a thing now, is like obsessing and keeping these men that don't deserve to be in wherever you have placed them. A lot of women like to put these bums on pedestals and like to take care of them like they're children. I'm not doing that shit. Like, you need to be my man.
Yeah.
Man. I have emphasis on man. Like, emphasis on that. Like, I don't want to attract that kind of person. And that's a real thing, and I believe in manifestation and a law of attraction and stuff like that. Sure. So whatever you're getting, that's exactly who you are on the inside. If you're not attracting anything better or anything that you like or anything that you would marry, then you need to work on something going on inside, because you got to start asking, like, why did that come here?
Right. It came for a reason.
What did you come from?
What did you come for real?
Like, at that point, because I will analyze, like, what in me made this person think that I was gonna be okay with this fuckery. That's what it literally. So, what is the best and worst dating advice you've ever heard?
The worst shit I ever heard is happy wife, happy life. I think that's fucking crazy to me, because I think everybody needs to be happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for the, you know, everybody. I want everybody to be happy.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's just a crazy like thing to focusing on just the woman being happy, or like niggas just doing whatever for the woman. And you know it's crazy. They call it niggas being sassy now. Like niggas more.
Yes, I've seen the increase on that verbiage. I've seen the increase for that.
Listen, a nigga wanting reciprocation is not sassy at all.
No.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like niggas could take it like wherever they want to take. But me personally, I've been hearing a lot of that term for niggas just wanting the same shit in return. Like, I feel like a woman should take a nigga out every now and again.
I like the back and forth. To be honest, like, me dating, I don't want you to pay for everything. Like, maybe the first date, because you asked me on a first date. But
first date for sure.
I like the ping pong thing. That's like, you take me on one date, I'll take you. That's how you also get to know each other. Like, if I take you out on a date that I like, then you know that I like this. Like, then we experience something that I like. Then you take me out and we experience something you like.
Right.
That's how I like to date. That's my thing. And I do recommend when I'm coaching my clients, it's more or less like, that's what I tell them, take turns. Yeah. Because appreciation needs to be on both sides. Right. And if the man is always planning shit, he gonna get tired of you real quick.
Yeah, if he's always the one like working super, super hard to make the woman happy, I just want it to be reciprocated. So that term kind of feels like it's a little one-sided. And it's a couple, it's two people, you know what I'm saying? It's a relationship. It's not a one-way street.
One of my best friends, she says, happy spouse, happy house.
That's way better. That's a better approach.
I always say the happy wife, happy life, and she's like, no, happy spouse, happy house.
Shout out to
literally
her.
That's her favorite thing to say.
Yeah. Niggas could like work themselves to death, or like into depression and all type of shit. Just like,
it's just fucked up, because women don't be appreciating men that do that.
Yeah, they a lot of times, the nigga that does this don't even get the love or the appreciation and recognition they deserve. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it just got to be balanced. Like, you know what I'm saying? 50-50 or 100-100, whatever.
Okay, what's the best dating advice? Is it really that hard?
Yeah, oh I haven't got too much dating advice. You know what I'm saying? Because like niggas, you know what I'm saying? It's like OG, like player niggas that give me advice, or like they don't be
nothing.
Their advice is probably to like not be in a relationship. Period.
Fair.
And focus on it's that type of shit. Like, that's where I'm at now too. Like, I don't see myself being in a relationship for a while. I did it for a long time. It didn't go the way I thought it was gonna go. Now gotta take a breather. You know what I'm saying? Regroup.
And that's okay.
Focus on thyself, my daughter, and it might come back around. You know?
See, and I feel like that's so good that you know that, because men be going through some shit. Yeah. Like, they don't get the breathers that they need,
straight up,
nor the acknowledgement that they're going through something.
I'll tell the female fast, I'm jaded. I wouldn't be no good right now anyway, as far as a relationship. If you talking something else, you know what I'm saying, like a little sexual activity or then I could probably be good at that, but anything else, I don't have it right now.
Which I can understand too.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest about it. That's the thing.
That's honesty. Yeah. A lot of women would probably be okay with that as long as people are honest. Yeah. It's the lying for me that. Did you really have to lie to me? You didn't really have to lie to me. You could have just said what you need to say and get to step in. Like, that was about it.
Yeah, I'm not doing I don't got time to lie about that shit. Like, I know I don't want to be in a relationship.
Well, I almost told a story about somebody you know. I'm not gonna do it.
You don't gotta say their name.
I'm not gonna do it. But somebody that we went to school with did slide in my DMs and did confess their love for me, and I was pretty obsessed with him in high school. How recent was this? This is like a couple years ago.
That they slid?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Or it wasn't even my DMs. I think it was on Snapchat. Told me I was beautiful and all kind of shit. And I was like, oh my God, I was obsessed with you in high school. Very obsessed. I'll tell you who it is afterwards.
Yeah, tell me after. That's funny.
It was definitely hilarious to hear because I have been so head over heels for that person. I think I was a freshman.
Did they know at the time? Because there's a lot of females like that tell me they was like obsessed with me in high school, and then they never told me in high school.
I already know somebody that was obsessed with you in high school.
Yeah, you could tell me that name off
Diana.
Too.
You don't remember my friend Diana?
Yeah, I do.
My best friend, yeah. She was obsessed with you in high school.
No, yeah, a little bit. Shout out to her.
I miss her. I love her.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
She's like married and shit now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to her.
She got her son. My little nephew.
That's what's up.
Little chunky nephew.
I liked it. You know what I'm saying? I like that. In high school, you know.
We were all kids.
Yeah.
We were kids.
You know, I had to apologize to somebody like not too long ago because we kind of like reconnected and shit. And, you know, she was into me and I was into her. But, like, it can only go so far because, you know what I'm saying? Not to sound like on no cocky shit, but niggas in high school, niggas was outside and, like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas knew who niggas was. So, like, all that shit as a young person, it, like, go to your head, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Especially if you, like, a freshman, fucking with the senior bitches, shit like that. It was like, I'm not trying to be serious.
See, for me, it was opposite. I was a freshman trying to fuck around with a junior, but, you know, that's what that was. It's just, it was really interesting to see that pop up in my DMs.
That is interesting.
Okay, so what is the most important thing you want to make sure that you teach your daughter?
Oh, like I said, on the same lines as what I was saying earlier, like just knowing how a man should treat her, or how, you know what I'm saying, how a male should treat her. Like, I think that's hella important. I take that shit so seriously because I see what it looks like. I see what it's like out here. You know what I'm saying, and a lot of the females that's like lost or like doing certain shit is, if you was to ask them like, what's their relationship with their father, like, it don't be good. They don't be around, they be gone, whatever the case may be. And it's like a direct correlation, I feel like. And just like me and my daughter go on like dates, like we do shit.
Yeah, I
you know
saw
what I'm saying?
It's so cute.
Open the door for her, stuff like that, so that she know this is how a man is supposed to you know, treat you if he cares about you. You know what I'm saying? So anything less than that, I would like for her to walk away and never return. And have that in, like, as a foundation moral. Yeah. Like, you don't treat me like my dad does. Right. That's why, like, I tell anybody, if you don't hype me up like my dad, right, you got to go, because my dad does this. Yeah. My dad does this all the time. Like, what do you mean you can't do it? My dad does it all the time. Straight up. I think, sorry. Do you want more kids? No. No more kids. No. Ever. I'm not gonna never say never is what they say, but I'm one and done. Like, I don't see it happening. But you never know. You know what I'm saying? That's true. She's still young, I guess. But I tell people all the time, my daughter's perfect to me. I don't really see the point in doing it over again. Yeah. And she getting older. You know what I'm saying? Starting over again sounds crazy. You'd never know. So I'm just going to leave that open. You do never know. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to change. You just got to meet the right person. I'm not going to hold my breath. Okay. So what piece of advice would you give to fathers out there? Just being present. Just being there, being present. I like to think that my daughter know I'm never going nowhere. I'm going to be here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whether she need anything, like, I think being present is the most important part. A lot of people focus on like a lot of other shit, material things, shit like that, which is cool. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? She gonna get that too. But I think just being there, you know what I'm saying, when she needs somebody. You know what I'm saying? The way I see it, when a child is born, it's like two people that's supposed to be there for that one child. Like, out of billions of people in the world, there's really only two people that is supposed to give a fuck about this one person. Yep. So I don't take that shit lightly. So that's, you know what I'm saying, just being present, being there when they need you, being there when they don't, just being there. You know what I'm saying, physically and any other way, really. But, you know what I'm saying.
I like that. That was a good answer.
Yeah, thank you.
Not that you needed my approval.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
But okay, so we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you, TK, for coming on my show.
Thank you for having me. I was very excited to come. You know what I'm
very excited you came.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you
for doing your thing. You feel me?
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're done.